All right, hello, computer science students. Today, got kind of exciting lesson. We are going to be creating our first GUI project, and I'm going to walk you through it in this video. But then please know that there's printed directions in the folder for today too. So if you want to access those, like if you forget something or want to look back at something that's been said, obviously you can rewind the video, but you can also look at the PDF here. So in order to let's do some basics actually before we do anything else. So our goal is to be able to create a basic GUI program that'll have some buttons and fillable fields. You can make whatever you want, to be honest. Once you know the basics, you can have one that does whatever you want. The one I'm going to do in this demo is I'm going to do a Pythagorean theorem. So what I'm going to walk you through, sorry this is so small, but um, we'll make a program where you enter some legs in that finds the hypotenuse. And then I'll also show you how to do a little pop-up thing here um, that has some directions and stuff. So that's what I'm going to do, but certainly you can do your own thing. You could do like a currency converter. You could do the quad formula. You can do whatever you really want. Once you know the basics, then you'll be able to create, you know, um, someone basically where you interact with the user. They enter some data and then you spit back some sort of response. Okay, so the very basics. GUI, GUI stands for Graphical User Interface. Okay, it is basically what the user sees. Okay, so like a GUI, when I run my little program here, the GUI is this little thing here, all the things, and it consists of some different parts. So like these are buttons called J buttons. These are text fields called J text fields. You can actually see them right there. And then these are J labels. All right, so just some basic information for you here. Here's another example. Um, these are labels, and the labels are basically the user can't change them, and a text field is where the user enters data. Okay, and then a button is just a button you click that performs an action. We'll talk about you can code what happens when they click the button. Let's see if I got it in here. So yeah, a few other ones. This whole thing is called a J-frame is the whole thing. That's what we're going to be making. And then inside of there, you make panels. So this one actually has two panels that are called J panels. They put J in front of everything for Java. Um, and then you add like the buttons and then the text fields to those panels. So you have a frame, and you add panels. You don't have to do panels all the time, but there'll usually be at least one panel, and then you'll add labels and text fields and buttons from there. One other quick one to mention is a JText area is for this is for a large amount of user input. So like a one where they could actually like scroll and enter a bunch of text, you'd use a JText area versus a text field is just for really small amounts of information, small amounts of text. Okay, so to build a GUI program, we're going to use a special program for Eclipse. It's kind of like an add-on, and it's called Windows Builder. Okay, and so if you are working on your school computer, there's a good chance Windows Builder is already on there. I'll show you how to check here in a second. But if you're working on a home computer or potentially your school computer might not have it. So the first thing I'm going to do is walk you through how to get this thing called Windows Builder. The way you can check if you have it is if you go to File, New, and then choose Other. And then in here, you'll see something called Window Builder. And if you have that, then you're good to go. If you don't have that, then I'm going to show you how to get it in Eclipse here. Okay, and again, the steps will be out on Schoology in the PDF. So if you forget, there's all the steps here for you, but I'm going to walk you through it here in this video. Okay, so what we're gonna do is it's really weird actually how this is done. You don't actually really install anything. You need a link. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is go to a search engine and just search for Eclipse Windows Builder. It's probably actually Window Builder, but whatever, it'll find it. Right? So do Eclipse Window Builder, and then it should be the first link. Look something like this. Okay, and then we're gonna download it, but not really. It's weird how it works. But you click on the download button, okay, and then I think what I use is usually the last good build. So I'm gonna click on this link, and there's a few different options, but I'm gonna click on the link. And then this is the part that I think is really weird is you're actually just gonna take this link up here, this URL, and copy it. So go up here and copy the URL, and then go into Eclipse and go to help and install new software. Okay, and then you're just going to take that URL, paste it in here, and hit add. I don't know why it needs a name. I'm going to paste the exact same thing in there if it needs a name, I guess. I'm not sure why it needs that. Last time I did it, it didn't need a name, but it'll kind of like go through the internet and it'll find what you need. And then I click on both of these, I think, and then hit next. And then it'll kind of walk you through some steps to get Windows Builder. So here's all the crap we're going to install, but I'm just going to hit next. I have to accept the user agreement, and then I'm going to hit finish, and then it's going to start the install process. So I'm not actually going to install it here because I've already got it installed, but that's what you'll need to do. Okay, and then once you've got it installed, I'm not sure if you have to restart Eclipse, but you might. And then again, what you want to see is you want to do File, New, Other, and then if you see Windows Builder in there, then you know that it's going okay, right? You can go from there. So hopefully that gets you the setup. There are some complications with this. Usually, like the version of Java has to match the right version of Windows Builder. So sometimes you get some goofy errors here. If you do happen to get an error, try Google searching it and seeing if you can find any articles that'll help you fix it. And if you still can't fix it, then send me an email. Right? But in order to build GUIs, you need that Windows Builder installed. Well, you can do it without it, but it's a lot easier with it. So um, yeah, that's your first step. And I'm going to do a second video going through how to actually make our first GUI. So that's the intro and the steps for installing the Windows Builder, which some of you might have already had.